There you go.
Hey, what's
How you
going on,
doing?
Blue?
Let me just.
How you doing?
Oh man, this is the FloWay show. Um, it's truly an honor to be talking to you tonight,
I appreciate
Tito. I've talked to a lot of legends in the game. I've worked with a lot of great people, but I'm truly honored, man, um, to be talking to you. One of the guys who helped shape the culture and just inspired a generation um, of artists, you know, entertainers, man, the legendary Jackson family. Tito Jackson, man, thank you, my brother, man. It's an honor to be talking to you tonight.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm honored that you enjoyed the music in the past.
There we go. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
There we go. I just need some value. There we go. I didn't hear you that first, my brother. How are you, man? How you feeling, Tito?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Yes, I'm doing good.
Bless. You know, you have this new album out, a blues album, Under Your Spell. You know, prior to the conversation, I got a chance to listen to some of it, and it seems like you had a lot of fun putting it together.
Yeah.
I know your father played the blues. You know, was blues something you always wanted to do in your career?
Yeah, something that I really enjoy. I started playing guitar from playing blues by watching my uncle Luther and my father jam on the weekends in the living room. So that's where it started way back then. And brothers used to do a lot of blues in their show list prior to the Motown days. But once we start having our own hit records and stuff that sort, we dropped the blues stuff unless the microphone went out or somebody split their pants and needed a wardrobe change, and then they helped me stall time and play blues for a few minutes. That's the only time that I got to play it since then. But I had always told myself if I do a solo album, I'm going to do a blues album. And the first album wasn't blues. Tito Time was more a fan pleaser. I wanted to do some music for my fan base, basically. And this album here, I wanted to basically do the type of music that everyone can enjoy, whether you're a blues lover or not. It's kind of music you don't mind listening to at a barbecue or a family gathering or that type of thing. So it's cool.
Mm-hmm. You know, what was the process, your mind process, with going into this project? Because of course, it's your first blues album. What was the process for you?
Well, I've been doing blues live for the last 20 plus years, and I just felt it was time to do another recording. So I decided to make this one a blues album. But I had played all over the world, many blues crews, Japan, the UK, Europe, France, Australia. I've been everywhere with my blues. And this is the first time going to attempt a blues album, so, it was fun putting it together, especially knowing that most of my friends that would participate in the album would be doing pretty much practically nothing because of the COVID lockdown. So it was pretty easy to get participation in that way.
Mm-hmm. You know, I read somewhere that you had dedicated this album to your mother, Miss Catherine. Miss Catherine
Yes,
Jackson.
yes, I did. She's a blues lover, and she enjoyed blues ever since we were young as well. So I thought it'd be something to have her listen to her son's blues, and I guess add it to her collection of
Mm-hmm.
songs that she knows. Yes, and plus to dedicate to my mom. No one else is as precious to me, So I would like to make her proud and happy, and that would be a great thing to see my record become successful.
Mm-hmm. The first single on the album, "Love One Another."
Right.
Perfect timing for the climate, that the world is in today. Was Did you plan it that way? Did you plan to,
Well,
to
what?
deliver that for people to perceive
Well,
it that way?
well, what had happened? My partner, my writing partner and producer friend, we had finished the album, and we had lived with it a few days, and I just felt something was not right with it, and I told my friend, I said, we need to write a song about what's going on in this crazy world we're living in today, and that's what came up, to love one another, to be reminding the world to look out for your brotherhood, so that's how that all came about, and to give participation in the songs, as far as my brother to participate, and Bobby Rush and Kenny Neal, that was easy. And the video, which I admire very much, I have a lot of guest appearances on that as well, so starting from Magic Johnson to Kardashians to my mind just went blank for a second. My family, Janet, my mom, my brothers, Chris Tucker, just a whole lot of celebrities in that video, sharing the message to level, of love. And the message is actually stronger than the song itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another record that stood out to me was the BB King's record, with his daughter Claudette, Rock Me Baby.
Right.
How did this record come together?
Well, I had been traveling with the BB King band for a few years, because BB always wanted them to continue to work. He had said that a few times in press, and also he had mentioned that, to me and others in the band. But then Claudette was singing with the band, and they had done a few shows, I think one or two with Bonnie Raitt, and they weren't doing too much, nothing. Then the idea came up, let's do a tribute to BB. That was the song that was chosen, and who else to have on it with me other than his daughter, singing. So, but George Benson got involved. We had a track with no vocals, nothing, just music that the saxophone player had put together, basically, just a basic rhythm track, and we were going to head it out to Reno, I believe, and the stagehand was a friend of George Benson's, the stage manager, and he had mentioned that we would be coming through. So George invited the complete band, including myself, to his home, and we had mentioned about the song to him and telling him that we have this song we like, you to play on it if you're down with it and this whole thing. And he was eager to do it. We went in a studio that he records in all the time and put it down, and then put the vocals down at the same time, and all the guitar work and everything else. And that's what came out of it. It's a good remake of Rock Me Baby.
Amazing, and it's amazingly put together. We've known you throughout your career to play the guitar. Is there any other instruments that you play or that you played on the album?
No, not really. I play at the piano, sometime when I'm writing or whatever. I used to be a saxophonist when I was much younger. I played in my school band and such, when I was a young man. I also played bass fiddle, but right now my instrument is guitar.
Mm-hmm. And you first picked up the guitar at what, 7, 8?
Somewhere around there, my mom says. I was just a young guy trying to be like my father, watching everything he did, He used to tell us don't touch his guitar until I broke a string, and he found out I've been playing it and beat my butt, then put it in my lap and said, show me what you know.
Mhm.
I was playing and crying and the whole thing. And he looked at my mother and said, he's really trying to play this guitar, huh? He's playing something. She said, Joe, I told you he's not playing with your guitar. He really wants to play it. My father gave me the guitar and said he was by himself with another, but he wanted me to learn all the songs I liked on the radio. So I learned a lot of Motown, Temptations, and Ices was going on at that time, a couple of James Brown things, and the brothers, me, Jermaine, and Jackie would be in the room, rehearsing, we called it, trying to be like the Isleys and the Temps or what's have you. Michael Marlon were babies, they were basically 4 and 5 years old, and but they were begging to be in our group, and we would tell them they were too young, just they're playing with little toys, rolling cards on the floor still, you know. And but Michael had a school play. I believe he was like 4 or 5 years old, and he had a part where he sang his little solo part or sung the song, and we couldn't believe how his voice was. We rushed him home, put him in the group right away. Marlon Biggs, me too, yeah. So we were all the boys were singing. This is before Randy was even born. And my father would be yelling, be quiet, and then making all that noise in the room, I, I need to get my sleep, I'm getting ready to go to work in a few hours. And one day my mom told him he needs to listen to us because I think they might have something. This is what my mother said. My father said, them boys can't sing. Kate.
Like they just messing around.
Yeah. And she said, no,
Something to do.
I think you need to listen to him. He gave us the audition, and his mouth flew open. He heard something because he rushed and bought mics, phones, a PA system, bought all this stuff on like a loan type of thing with the music store. Bought amps, 5 mic stands, and the PA system, and we rehearsed every day, relentlessly. So, yeah, those were
so in a way, I never looked at it like this, and I know this story, but in a way, you kind of you messing around with the guitar, kind of inspired, kind of like formed the group in a way.
Well, you could say that, but we had Jermaine and Jackie and I. It was my mom that used to sing a lot of country and western songs like Cotton Field Back Home. And we used to harmonize on that one song with her, before anything, because she'd be washing dishes and singing. We in there drying them, one drying and another one putting them in the shelf, and we're singing this song together. Yeah, so I think it started way back then, just the singing portion. But in the bedroom with the guitar and the brothers learning songs, trying to be harmony, to be like the Temps and all that. I think we all are responsible for putting the group together.
Absolutely.
Everyone contribute, everyone truly did.
Michael birthday, just passed, and he would have been 63 if he was still here.
Yes.
We all miss him dearly. I know you have so many memories with your brother.
Yes.
Can you recall like a favorite all-time memory, that you'll always cherish?
Well, they all are good. One of my favorite memories of him is his performance on the Motown 30th, because no one knew what he would be doing. We just knew whatever he would do would be good.
Oh, so you guys didn't know he was going to do the movie?
Well, we knew he knew how to do it because he is not the only brother that could do that. It was also Marlon was able to do it, and I think that's about it. I've never attempted it. Marlon was able to pull it off as well. But we didn't know he was going to throw it in that song. That was something we used to do as a joke, around the house, just, just walking back, think it's cute and funny, you know.
Mhm.
But we didn't know he was going to throw it in that song. And that's, that really, for the people, the first time seeing that really, meant something.
Wow. Every so often, right? We get these documentaries and we get these books with these negative things said about your brother. Um, you know, when you see these things, like, do these things take a toll on you and your family mentally, or you kind of just brush it off and keep going about your
Right.
life?
When you're in the family and the family and the person that they're saying things, you don't really take heed to because it's a bunch of BS. And I should always brush it off. I don't even want to hear it because it's a bunch of crap for me. And
Mm-hmm.
it ain't the first time that a person has been ridiculed in the press like this and been totally innocent of it, especially us, if you know what I mean. So I look at it as torture, actually. All of that is responsible why MJ is not here today. I say I'm not blaming that solely, but that's a big part of it as well. Just the whole demeanor of that, or that's feeling and that spirit around him wasn't a good thing.
It's been 7 years, about 7 years, I think, since we gotten a Michael album. Escape was the last album. I know he probably has hundreds of records. Will we ever be getting, maybe a Jackson 5 or another Michael album?
Jackson record you will be getting, but I don't know. I can't speak for the state of Michael because I don't know what the plans are as far as musical.
And how soon do we maybe getting the Jackson album?
Well, we're hoping to put something together within the next within this year. Jackie and I were just talking about getting in the studio just a few days ago. So hopefully we get something. We do have some things started, but touring, the pandemic and all this stuff really slowed things down. And one brother lives here, another one lives in Atlanta, another one lives in LA, another one lives in Vegas. So, it's got to be done in a way to accommodate everyone to be in the same place. And I have a few ideas how to get that done, because I'll just bring my laptop and a good microphone and good interface, and we could do it in the hotel room. We spend a lot of time in hotels, We can do it. It ain't the first time we recorded in a hotel, or it's done drops and things, and they come out great vocally. So,
Have you ever recorded in a tour bus?
Yes, matter of fact, some of the vocals on my album was done in my tour bus. So yes. Destiny, as a matter of fact, I had a motorhome that we used to drive to the beach. And we wrote a lot of the Destiny album in that and recorded parts in there, right in the motorhome.
I've seen Paris, your niece, releasing music, and her voice is beautiful. By the way,
Thank you.
Have you gave her any tips or anything to help her, shape her to be the next, superstar that Jackson is going to be?
I personally haven't. Paris is a natural, coming up around music as all the other Jacksons. Of course, she's gonna learn rhythm and notes and all that. She's a natural. type of music that she's doing, but I have not given her any tips. If she needs any tips, I would be glad to give them to her. But I don't think she needs any tips. She's doing well. Well, I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud of her because she was a young lady. I never imagined that she would be a singer, and she's doing well. She's enjoying singing and acting as well. So I wish her a lot of love and luck.
There we go. I always ask everyone who talks to me, what do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy is what it is, member of the Jackson 5, played the guitar, and whatever people think of me, I guess that's what it is going to be. So I just like people to remember the music that my brothers and I created together and the love we tried to share with the world and bringing people's hearts together, basically.
We will. You see generations, my kids know who you are. I told my oldest daughter, she's 8, tonight I'm going to be talking to Tito Jackson. She was like, Tito Jackson from the Jackson 5? And it was like, it was a shock to me because we always knew that she knew who Michael was. We know that she knows the Jacksons, right? But I didn't know that she knew your names. So I was like, she was like, yeah, it's Tito, Jermaine, Janet Jackson. I know Janet Jackson. And I was just like amazed. So, the music that you all have created, your family, man, we cherish it. We love it. We appreciate you. And the blues album is amazing, by the way. You have Stevie Wonder on there. You have your brothers on there. You have Claudette King on there.
Eddie LeVert.
And so it's an amazing album. Any tour planned for near future?
We plan to go out in October, and I have an engagement at a festival in Long Beach that's coming up shortly too. The date I cannot tell you because it's not in front of me, but it's within the next month or so. So
okay, Long Beach. So they just gotta go look that up. They'll be able to find it right there on the internet.
Yes, or on my website, TitoJackson.com.
Thank you so much, Tito. Thank you for your time once again, man. I appreciate you for joining me. We're going to continue to support. Under Your Spell is out on all streaming platforms. The video Love One Another is out. Anything else you may be releasing from the project? Any more music, videos, or anything?
Basically, they find me on Papa 3 Instagram or Tito Jackson 5 or TitoJackson.com. That's basically it.
There we go. Be blessed, my brother. I'll talk to you soon, man. Thank you again.
Thank you, FloWay.
Peace.
Peace.